is my pearly shell.
Judicial TV, home of rugby league. Dial *515# to subscribe.
The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome. This is TVWAN News. I'm Maricela Kelaton. In this edition, Prime Minister says government intact, Alotau pilots billion project, and PNG boxers in qualifier. A confrontation by police and military personnel was quickly brought under control by swift action from police. Police reported that a domestic issue between two women led to a fight. Hohola police on their normal duties came across the scene and intervened, and in the process, one woman was hurt. She called her military husband, who came in with other soldiers, and had a confrontation with Hohola police. The police officer who intervened in the matter was hurt during the confrontation. However, police acted quickly to bring the situation under control. NCD Metropolitan Superintendent Silva Sika thanked the police for acting swiftly and assured the traveling public and business houses in Port Moresby that the city returned to normal within an hour, and said investigations will be conducted into this issue. Those found responsible both on the police and military sides will be dealt with.
So it's something for investigation. So that's why I told the MP to investigate. It's all subject to investigations. On the police side, we conduct our investigations. I've already sanctioned IIU, NCD, IIU to conduct investigations to go around establish the root cause of this issue, and then see if there's anything that is obviously is wrong in the part of the performance. Then we'll take some measures. And also, I've also appealed to the military police and the Mari Barracks to also do likewise. Can conduct their own investigations. If some of the behavior and attitude of the soldiers this morning outside of the ethics at the police station, then subject for investigation, and some actions need to be taken as well.
Prime Minister James Marape affirms that the government remains steadfast and undeterred by the opposition's vote of no confidence motion. He said they had a full cabinet on Wednesday for the National Executive Council meeting, and the government business for the 2 weeks of Parliament starting next Tuesday have been cleared.
Prime Minister James Marape is confident to return as the Chief Executive Officer for the country, despite talks of a vote of no confidence motion by the opposition. He said if a vote of no confidence is put up, the Parliament process will deal with it. He explained that the position of the Prime Minister is not his birthright, but is only a custodian doing his part as the PM. The Prime Minister again reassured the nation that the Pangu party he leads has the support of 59 MPs as of Wednesday, and another to join to bring it up to 60. Marape welcomed any challenges from the opposition or other opposing parties outside of Parliament, emphasizing their right to hold the government accountable as part of the democratic process and freedom of expression. He reiterated an earlier statement saying he will present a full report of what his government has done under his leadership since taking office in May 2019. Addressing the VONC motion proposed by the opposition, Marape advised the opposition not to repeat the same mistake from the February sitting of Parliament when the last vote of no confidence motion was filed. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
The Prime Minister also announced a number of constitutional bills that are expected to be tabled and passed in the coming session of Parliament. Bills include the declaration of PNG as a Christian country. This bill was already read the first time. The second and final readings of the bill will be done in this session. The opposition voted against declaring Papua New Guinea a Christian country in the first reading in the last sitting of Parliament. Prime Minister Marape urged them to rethink and support this bill. Other bills include the PNG's court structure amendments, which will see the inclusion of a court of appeal and proposed amendments on vote of no confidence targeting the filing attempts and the grace period for government following an unsuccessful vote of no confidence, while confirming that the National Gold Corporation Bill 2024 will not be brought to this Parliament in this sitting to allow further consultations. He said this will not remove the goalpost of establishing a gold refinery in the country. With the slow but steady increase in livestock in the country by breeding, farm increases and abattoir upgrades in the country, Livestock Development Corporation is in the process of stopping the import of livestock. LDC is adamant that Papua New Guinea is heading towards a country that is self-reliant in meat production.
According to LDC, PNG had spent over 500 million kina on imports last year, while another report revealed that over 140 million kina was spent annually on meat imports. However, with a strategic and calculated approach, there is a huge possibility of change, where PNG can save a great portion of these monies. Since its initiation in 1983, LDC, previously set as a business hub for the agriculture sector, has been stagnant with little to no progress. It wasn't until late 2020 that the LDC, after 10 years, had a board of directors sworn in to undertake its business functions. However, as in many developing industries, progress could not be expected overnight. Since taking office in 2019, MD Terry Coim stresses the importance of having to be self-reliant on meat production.
LDC was a company that was unknown for a very long time. When I was brought in 2019, the former minister came here and he said, "I can't see any animals. Where are the animals?" You are saying this is Livestock Development Corporation. No. The department is not even supposed to be called the Department of Agriculture and Livestock. You have no livestock. Where are the livestock? Everything is gone. So the minister challenged me, you need to bring it back to life. So over the last 2 years, since 2020, 21, and 22, we have revived this industry, the organization especially. And the revival and the rehabilitation of the ranches and the abattoirs around the country and the work that we were doing convinced the government to allocate a ministry for the livestock sector. Not only that, the Prime Minister made that decision because PNG imports from outside the country. We import meat and meat products to the tune of 450 to 500 million every year. So Papua New Guinea spends.
Coim says LDC needs to become a regulatory body to protect large and small businesses in the livestock sector. Some of these achievements include land reclamation of over 38,000 hectares, progress of the first of 4 post-entry quarantine facilities, live cattle imported progress, 3 shipments of cattle from Morbe province enabling progress of restocking and breeding program in Launakalana Central Province, and rehabilitation and refurbishment of estate, ranches and farms. LDC will eventually lead to achieving the aim of becoming self-reliant in meat production. Jasmine Rojak, TV1 News.
Alotau district in Milimbe province is selected by the Department of Implementation and Rural Development to pilot a new digital platform Bilum for acquitting purposes. The Bilum platform called enables reporting at the district and provincial levels, letting DIRD focus on project appraisal.
Alotau district is one of the top districts in the country that consistently acquits all its funding every year. MP4 Alotau Ricky Morris, when witnessing the presentation of the 2023 acquittal to the Secretary of DIRD, I. Vaki today, elaborated on the importance of the Bilum platform going forward in assisting the district and DIRD in its acquittal reports. The Bilum platform also maps out service delivery and priority development indicators for each district and province, giving local administrations the necessary insights for the appropriate allocation of funds. Mr. Morris says since taking up the office, he wants to follow on from where his predecessor left off and continue to consistently acquit the funds earmarked for the district.
The introduction of the Bilum project, it will help us to see first-hand or live data as well, because we need to plan and we need to know which sectors are taking up a lot of the money. See the live data to also plan the way forward for us. So I believe this project or this Bilum program is so important. It will also hold us accountable. You are able to see where we are spending the money and also direct instructions to us as to where we are going wrong as well.
Minister for Economic and Rural Development Joseph Lelang also stressed the importance of acquitting funds and is confident that all the districts and provinces will be using the Bilum platform by 2026. He said DIRD has never had access to a program management system nor to a utility district data and analytical capability to help guide their work.
The acquittals are necessary because this is where we will know, the central government will know, that you are putting your money according to your plans and achieving impact on the ground. They will also know that you have come back and reported on those. It's important for DIRD, the department, to be able to go through and then send out their officers to do an independent assessment, monitor, and so they can come back. And so that they will be confident, and the national central government will be confident to continue to fund your programs and release more additional funds.
Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
You're watching TV1 News. After the break, rural workers rely on aircrafts and renovated labs unveiled.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Open nets.
says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bunyamyumi.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young plan alapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Can I take Joy to our house?
Wear a hat, please.
Where are your sisters?
I can't find them.
Anna? Joy?
I couldn't find them!
Dad, there was this RV, and they were playing on it. There's someone inside. Detective Loki.
Do you have children, Detective?
I'm gonna find your daughters.
What lengths would you go to bring home the one you love? Prisoners on Rock Action.
I'm gonna kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear.
He must be stopped, or a global meltdown is imminent.
I think I know someone that might be able to help us.
I cannot believe you let this happen.
He's stronger than before.
You're not as bad at this as you think. If you lead, the Seven Kingdoms will follow.
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom premieres Saturday, June 1st, 9 p.m. on HBO.
Welcome back. Enabling rural schools to complete school terms through donating food supplies is one thing Mission Aviation Fellowship does to keep school lessons going. Tekin Primary School in West Sepik Province shared the delivery of food supplies is essential to supporting the key workers in their remote community, which is unreachable by road.
Regardless of the restricted flights due to PNG's current fuel crisis, Tekin Primary School in West Sepik Province received an MAF charter flight containing 902 kilograms of food supplies for the community school teachers and health workers. MAF shared that public servants like teachers and health workers make big personal sacrifices to work in isolated areas. With limited produce available, rural workers rely on food delivery by plane. Eric Yaks from the school's board management shared that if the goods weren't received, teachers would have closed the school or it will shut down for an indefinite period because of teachers' welfare. MAF pilot Piet Muilwik flew the food supplies recently and explained that Tekin is one of the most challenging airstrips in PNG. Despite the challenge, the highly trained MAF pilots have touched down on Tekin's 530-meter airstrip 39 times so far this year, sustaining vital education and health services in the community. Jasmine Jack, TVWAN News.
Alotau District Administration today presented the district's acquittals to the Department of Implementation and Rural Development. The district has for years been compliant in submitting these reports. Alotau District acquittals presented to the Department of Implementation and Rural Development reflect 7 million kina of District Services Improvement Program or DSIP funding. The district did not receive the full 10 million kina and hopes the national government can still release those funds.
Our acquittals here represent 9 million of DSIP that we received in 2023. We didn't receive the full 10. Out of the 9, about 2 million, I think, is a rollover from 2022. So in essence, we have only received 7 million of the 10 million. So we are reporting the 7 million that we received. And hopefully this year we can get some of those fundings from last year as well, including our DSG component.
Furthermore, MP Morris says the district is working towards the creation of the Baniara district. He says the current district administration's focus is on establishing the three arms of government on both sides of the districts to ensure a successful split.
Being one of the biggest districts, I think second to Talasia, with 7 local level governments. So it's something that we anticipate because the district, the geography, the population has been the biggest challenge for us to even deliver services. The cost of delivering the service itself is much higher than trying to put up the project. So,
meantime, MP Morris hopes the current review of the intergovernment financial arrangements looking into the minimum priority areas can resolve challenges faced by the district administration and provincial government in relation to functional grants when deliberating on projects.
For the district, we have our plans on rolling out our programs, pay our plans, but then you have a clash with the provincial government because they're also managing these funds. And in some instances, you have duplicate funding on the same project or working on the same project where 2 different funding sources are clashing. So that's something that I hope that this review can look at how the functional grants can come directly to the district so that we can amalgamate the funding towards certain projects.
Furthermore, when presenting the acquittals, Alotau member Ricky Morris commended former member Charles Abel for his consistent leadership in submitting these reports, thus setting the benchmark for Morris's recent leadership. 31 magistrates were appointed to join the Magisterial Service of Papua New Guinea, and 8 acting principal magistrates were reappointed. Minister for Justice and Attorney General Pila Niningi announced today, witnessed by Chief Magistrate Mark Pukaka, Chief Ombudsman Richard Pagan, and Deputy Chief Magistrate Samson Tatakali.
The 31 magistrates, consisting of 5 fully accredited mediator magistrate and 26 provincial accredited mediator magistrates, were appointed by the Judicial Legal Service Commission recently. Their appointment was announced today in Port Moresby.
Freely accredited mediators and rest are professionally mediators.
While announcing the appointment and reappointment of the magistrates, Minister Niningi said the magisterial service was never seriously looked at in the past. Niningi said this is due to the government not providing enough funds to recruit and train magistrates.
Acting principal magistrates also, we have extended their term as well.
He said the appointment of the additional magistrate is to deal with the issue of having more backlog of cases, of which lawyers are currently making money out of these cases.
Jail services has been overlooked. People have never seriously considered charges. People lay charges and appear them in district court. They just cannot. Some of them, we let them go free. The system is not functioning. So now, Judicial Legal Services Commission is taking serious in appointing magistrates.
Chief Magistrate Mark Pukaka said the magistrates' appointment will be performing their duties as peace mediators. Pukaka said that duty as mediators will be performed in civil cases and not criminal cases. The Chief Magistrate further elaborates that the appointment and reappointment of the magistrates is to deal with cases quickly and cost-effectively.
All about getting cases dealt with due speed and cost-effectively.
Meanwhile, the Chief Ombudsman Richard Pagan said the Ombudsman is keen to support the magisterial service, but the eagerness for people to work in this industry is very poor.
Big task, where not many have interest or desire to come and work in this field.
The total number of magistrates in the country now stands at 87. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
Meanwhile, Minister Ningi said magisterial service is not a lucrative job. Therefore, efforts have been made to increase magistrates' pay package and housing conditions. He said this would enable them to perform their jobs better.
To the members of parliament to at least provide accommodation and vehicle and office space, of course, in district courts. And what they want district courts, but if they want it, they must give an helping hand.
And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2611 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2536 US, $0.3799 Australian dollars, $0.2267 euro, and 39.48 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, coffee, cocoa, and crude oil closed higher, while gold, copper, palm oil, and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. This is TV1 News. Stay tuned. We'll have news making headlines overseas when we come back.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaruki up a big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great fumu too. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Need a wagon to carry stuff? Well, you're in luck. Win a fully stocked Flame wagon this holidays. Flame is giving away 345 Flame wagons stocked up with food for you and the family. How do you enter? Here's how. Simply buy Flame flour, Flame sugar, Flame oil, or Flame rice. But 3 out of the 4 Flame products and enter your name on the back of your receipt to win. Check participating stores in main centers. Terms and conditions apply. Make it more one-time Flame.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Karen, talk young, or roll the scale rice family meal with talk. We'll bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Seni sigolo scale rice, low scale price. Seni sigolo scale rice, low scale price.
But you like him?
Hardware House is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
GP race here in Catalonia. His go is a great launch. Quartararo goes in. Quartararo's been whacked. Alex Rins. Becca Bagnaisov has been taken out.
Can he get that and bring it stopped into turn 1? He can.
Can he believe it's on the last lap? This man was the class of the field, as he has been over the last 18 months or so.
In Barcelona.
6 separate contracts. Each one pays $1 million.
Tell me about it.
They're assassins, Morgan, like you.
And they've been hired to kill me.
And each other. Fact is, Morgan, they were coming for you. Whether you accept it or not.
Assassin Club. Premieres Saturday, June 15th, 10 p.m. on HBO.
Thanks for staying with us. French President Emmanuel Macron arrived Thursday in riot-hit New Caledonia in a high-profile show of support for the Pacific archipelago wrecked by deadly unrest and where indigenous people have long sought independence from France. Macron said that his wish, along with that of his ministers and the government, was to be alongside the people and see a return to peace, calm and security as soon as possible. Macron plans to meet with local officials and discuss the resources needed to repair the damage wrought by days of shootings, arson and other violence. The federal health minister will ban all compounding pharmacists from making their own versions of weight loss drugs like Ozempic over a safety concern. It comes after Four Corners investigation revealed replica Ozempic was being illegally manufactured in Australia and exported overseas.
Behind this Western Sydney hair loss clinic, TGA investigators found a filthy lab filled with kitchen mixers, blenders and chemicals, which regulators allege were used to cook up replica Ozempic.
Looks very far from the standards one would expect from a manufacturing facility.
And here's our vial.
Patients who injected medication from that pharmacy told a Four Corners investigation they believed it caused side effects, and the pharmacist who allegedly made it is on the run. Now, all compounding pharmacists in Australia will be banned from making replica versions of drugs like Ozempic amid public safety concerns.
We're very much concerned that patients are at risk. We don't know what's in these products. We don't know the conditions under which they're manufactured and put into the injection.
Some operators were exploiting a loophole which allows pharmacists to make a drug that's in shortage to produce the weight loss medication en masse.
And I see this, frankly, as an abuse of what is designed to be a one-off circumstance to get around, frankly, the very strict regulations we have around manufacturing of medicines.
Telehealth weight loss company Eucalyptus has 20,000 patients on compounded semaglutide. It says it only uses reputable pharmacies and has done independent testing.
All of our data has shown that patients are getting safe and effective treatment that's equivalent to the commercial product.
Doctors' groups say the ban will stretch already limited stocks, but is needed.
We fully support the banning of large-scale compounding of Ozempic. We know that it's caused harm, and this is big business, this is for profit, this isn't for patients.
Patients have until October to talk to their GP to find an alternative.
Queensland Premier Stephen Miles says overseas and interstate migration is putting significant pressure on transport infrastructure. He has doubled down on his calls for the Australian government to slash migration, as he pointed to state government modelling that shows migration contributed to almost 300,000 extra daily trips on road, bus and rail networks.
Parliament looking for more money to manage population growth.
And we need support with infrastructure, with our transport.
We are having a lot of growth here in South East Queensland. We're having a lot of growth in Ipswich.
The Premier says one factor contributing to growth is interstate and overseas migration.
As a commuter myself, I know the traffic's been getting worse.
And doubling down on his calls for the federal government to moderate international migration levels.
Congestion has been getting worse, and that's one of the reasons why we're urging the Australian government to give us some time for the infrastructure to catch up.
This is really cheap politics from the Premier. It's time for them to actually do their job, stump up and fund essential services rather than trying to find a bad guy to blame.
The government pointing to modelling that says since 2019 there's been a significant increase in trips on Queensland's roads, public transport and active networks by net overseas and interstate migration. So how do they know it's because of migrants?
So this is total trips taken during the time that we've seen that migration surge, an increase in total trips of 229,000.
I am not as convinced of those figures as if we had done some of these studies in different ways.
Mr Miles wants to slow the migration rate but says it's not about migrants.
They are very, very welcome here, and I don't blame them for wanting to move here. This is simply about saying that the population is growing at a rate faster than we can build houses and deliver the infrastructure that we need.
Multicultural Australia's CEO agrees there are pressures.
But we are concerned about the way in which the conversation is being framed.
Brisbane Lord Mayor says there's no single silver bullet.
We need to slow down the migration rate for a period of time until we can catch our breath. We need more investment in public transport across the region, and we need to really encourage investment in infrastructure as well.
Late today, the government announced an additional $100 million in funding for the South East councils.
Fiji's swift rebound from the pandemic-induced downturn has been impressive, according to ANZ research. The economy is doing better than it was in 2019, with tourism leading the rebound. Visitor arrivals in 2022 exceeded most expectations, and last year, inbound demand surged past the record arrivals of 2019. ANZ research believes Fiji is getting close to the summit of the tourism cycle. Another good year is locked in this year before tourism's contribution to gross domestic product growth is likely to start dropping. Grape growers in South Australia's Riverland have rejected an offer from one of Australia's largest wine companies to sell part of their contracts. The offer aimed to help people leave the industry amid a global oversupply, but growers say it wasn't enough to help them transition.
Hundreds of growers gathered near Barmera with the future of their industry in the Riverland on the agenda. They voted almost unanimously to reject a proposal from multinational company Accolade Wines.
So we're not happy with them because what they're offering us, that's the mean offering, they are start to playing with us.
The proposal would have allowed growers to sell part of their red wine contracts for $4,000 a hectare, reduce contract lengths and cut the volume of grapes Accolade accepts by 20%.
$4,000 is nothing. What do you do with the $4,000? Even that's the cost only, we not cover the cost even to pull the grapes.
And I think the vote last night offered just a little bit of security back into the region.
The growers make up the near-century-old cooperative, which acknowledges the frayed relationship between growers and Accolade will need to be rebuilt.
We need to offer value to our major customer, which is Accolade Wines, and we've done that in the past, and I can see how we can do that in the future.
Accolade Wines is yet to comment on the decision.
The 540 plus members of the cooperative supply about 10% of Australia's wine grapes. Now the industry is banking on financial support from governments to address the oversupply, with more than 500 million litres of red wine in storage.
It's an industry at a crossroads.
And back home, the Port Moresby General Hospital today reopened its renovated medical laboratories that are set to contribute to providing better health services. Health Secretary Dr. Osborne Licko and British High Commissioner Anne McCrow officiated at the ceremony, marking a milestone in the nation's healthcare journey.
Represent a commitment to building local capacity and providing top-tier medical care in Papua New Guinea, marking a landmark moment for the nation's healthcare system and symbolizing progress, innovation and excellence. The ceremony saw attendance from Anne McCrow, British High Commissioner to PNG, Dr. Paki Molumi, CEO of POMGEN, Professor Robert Power, Director of the Fleming Fund Country Grant Program, Dr. Chani of Burnett Institute Country Director, and other guests. High Commissioner Anne McCrow congratulated those involved in this significant event, highlighting the journey to this achievement.
It's great to know that both labs are now in full working order and equipped with the technology that will help both to save lives and to protect the economy. To reach this point has taken close collaboration between a wide range of government and other agencies, and a great deal of hard work from many different people. So thank you all very much.
Dr. Paki Molumi expressed gratitude for the vital renovations done and gave an overview of the importance of AMR and what the hospital faces daily.
As Capacity General Hospitals moves towards accrediting this hospital not only to the national service standards but to the international standards, this is one facility that is ready to be accredited with international standards. With the laboratory completed and ongoing RPC activities, at National General Hospital for Mian, we've put our folks into antimicrobial stewardship activities as we move towards addressing AMR. So PNG hopes to continue this fruitful partnership and collaboration with Fleming Plant in the next phase, which is phase 2.
Dr. Osborne Liko underscored the importance of these laboratories in enhancing diagnostic capabilities and public health in PNG, crucial for identifying and combating infections, diseases like tuberculosis, malaria, HIV and AIDS, and other emerging threats. Dr. Liko praised the UK government's significant contribution through the Fleming Fund Country Grant and the collaboration of various partners, including Burnett Institute, architects, builders, and staff at both the Port Moresby General Hospital and Central Public Health Lab.
Which symbolizes our joint effort and dedication to embracing scientific innovations and our determination to provide the highest standard of medical care to our citizens in a world where infectious diseases continue to pose a substantial challenges. The role of microbiology laboratories in identifying, understanding, and combating these threats cannot be overstated. With this new and improved facility, we are significantly enhancing our ability to diagnose and treat infectious diseases. These labs are equipped with technology and staffed by some of the brightest minds in microbiology, and I'm proud to say that.
Equipped with state-of-the-art technology and staffed by leading microbiology experts, the renovated labs focus not only on infrastructure, but also on the training and development of local medical professionals. This ensures long-term benefits, enabling healthcare workers to deliver top-tier services and conduct critical research. Carol Kidu Jr., TVWAN News.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sport, PNG boxers eye Paris Olympics and POM AFL clubs step up.
Hi, with the help of Palmolive Naturals shampoo and conditioner, with these 3 quick and easy tips, I'm going to show you that more natural, beautiful hair is achievable. Step 1, massage your scalp during washing with shampoo. Step 2, apply conditioner to the tips of your hair. Step 3, gently towel dry your hair. There you have it. For natural, beautiful hair, use Palmolive Natural shampoo and conditioner. Have a great hair day.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The PNG LNG project has a positive and long-lasting impact on the whole country. Revenue is delivered through 5 streams. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to IRC, while development levy and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Want more data for less? Get it now with Digical's revamped Red Club. Enjoy data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Plus rollover data, the widest coverage, fastest speeds, and best reliability. Only with Red Club. Join Digical's exclusive Red Club today and get loads more data for less. Yes! Data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Whoa! Join today for as low as 10 kilo weekly to access discounted data bundles and get more data for less. Dial *675# or visit the My Digital app today. The Red Club. Only with Digical.
Takes on Goliath. Oh, it's gone straight through! Incredible season for Leverkusen. Kaiserslautern do the impossible. 13 years since a side from the lower leagues has reached the final. A breathtaking season for Alonso. In the DFB Pokal finale, there can be only one winner.
Watch the marvelous misadventures of Flapjack every Monday to Friday at 4 p.m. on HBO Family.
Demir steers it for another one. Elliott into Trelaw with the first foray inside 50. Punched away by Gallagher to Norton. Vandermeer found a bit of space, 35 metres out. 20 seconds of play, bang! McDonald almost sport each other in the end. Wins flicked it in. McDonald in the blink of an eye. How did he get the kick away? It's a goal.
Thanks for staying with us. 4 PNG national boxers are now in Bangkok, Thailand, and will bout for tickets in the Olympics in Paris, France. 3 male boxers include John Ume, Kendo Stephen, and Alan Oika, and female boxer Sheila Yama. The Olympic qualifier starts tomorrow, 24 May, and ends on 6 June.
The PNG boxing team left the country earlier this week and have settled well in Bangkok, Thailand. They are ready to give their all in the Olympic qualifying tournament and secure spots in the Olympic Games in Paris, France in July. The boxers John Ume will bout in 63.5 kg, Alan Waike in 51 kg, Kendo Stephen in 71 kg, and female boxer Sheila Yama in 66 kg weight divisions. Assistant coach of the PNG national boxing team, Peter Morrison, told this newsroom earlier today that the preparation so far has been good for Team PNG and the boxers are in good mental space, ready to take the ring. Morrison said the atmosphere on the ground there is tense, with all boxers looking over their shoulders for their potential opponents. The boxers will know their opponents tonight as the official draws will be released tonight. He further said the training facilities are busy with participating teams, squeezing in for their final training and preparations before the tournament commences tomorrow. Commenting on the competition in Thailand, Morrison said that it is a world class and has the best athletes. It will be a steep competition for PNG boxers. But he has confidence in Team PNG that they can do well in the qualifying tournament. Among all 4 boxers, John Ume has a taste of fighting at the Olympic Games. He fought previously at the Tokyo Olympic Games. Others would have to give their best to secure their first appearance in the Olympic Games. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
Meanwhile, Kendo Stephen heads into the Olympic qualifier in Thailand with a point to prove after losing his bout to Australian boxers last month in the Kokoda Cup Boxing Challenge. Assistant coach to the PNG boxing national team, Peter Morrison, said Kendo's defeat in the Kokoda Cup Challenge has given him valuable lessons to learn from and sharpen his skills for future bouts. Morrison said Kendo has taken those lessons and worked on the areas of his game that need improvement. Hence, he could do well in this qualifier. Kendo concluded that competition in Bangkok is world-class, with the best athletes all competing for the final Olympic Games bets. Over the past few months, the PNG Kumul's regular Lachlan Lamb has been heavily rumoured to return to the NRL in 2025. Reports say several NRL clubs, including Roosters, are keeping an eye on him, but the Super League player is yet to make a call on his future. His contract with Ley Leopards in the English Super League expires next year. In clearing the air regarding his halfback, the father coach at the Leopards, Adrian Lamb, says if Lachlan decides to return to the NRL at the end of this season, the Leopards will not stand in his way. Lamb last played in the NRL for Sydney Roosters in 2021 before moving over to the United Kingdom. Finding a balance between training, workouts and rest days while keeping to the process could be daunting. According to PNG International and Hunters Utility Back Rower Centre, Benji Kot, some tweak and adjustment to the team's training routine have brought back some balance between workouts and rest days for the body to recover and refresh their mindset for game day.
Hunters Center PNG Court has attributed the Hunters' current winning form to a change of attitude and mindset brought about by certain adjustments done to the team's training program over the past 3 weeks, with some consideration for player recovery, especially after a heavy training session. At Tuesday's training session, the Hunters Stalwart Center spoke confidently about the energy and the new vibe among the playing group.
Something come up, result come up, low and then teams mlabina. So far, mla 3 games, which mlabin rest plenty, na plenty energy lo game.
Coach said, as a tight group, they have a good team bondage and always sticking to what works for them, especially in effort areas, to maintain consistency and be better in their next game.
Bond lo miplon mangi, namelo milet, right team. One of my effort and stuff, na mi pla to mi pla stick one time one something, walk lo me. So mi pla no look go out lo box lo one something walk lo me. So mi stick lo slala. Cause so far lo in 3 games na come so same something bla make them but take him on go next games. Away game not la big bla team to bam low play. But to me, me talk finish mi stick lo one something walk so step like stick on something when walk lo me simple so.
The Western Highlands man is ready to rip in again when the Hunters take on Mackay Cutters this weekend in round 11 of the QRL Host Plus Cup. Court admitted he's trimmed down and feeling good and a lot fitter than he was back at the start of the new season when he was carrying excess weight.
Side lo one form me one best red. So me first starting the season overweight league na, me struggle league. But so far me work hard now, make your extra scam go now. Cut it down weight lo me now me start best form and we start him make it debut lo game lo miss la weight 96 kg mix it back now me feel alright.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
That ends the sports segment. We'll now have the weather. Southern, Port Moresby, mostly fine, partly cloudy with chances of brief evening showers or drizzle. Momase, Ley and Vanimore, partly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Wewak, some showers and possible thunderstorm. New Guinea Islands, Kimbe, cloudy period with chances of brief evening showers or drizzle. Buka, partly cloudy with possible few afternoon showers. Highlands, Mount Hagen, mostly fine with a shower or 2 in the afternoon. Ocean forecast, Coral Sea, seas rough to very rough at times with southeast winds of 25 to 33 knots reaching 34 to 47 knots at times. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Islands, Kerma, Yule Island, Hood Point to Samarai Island to Cape Bogle, and all Milimbe Islands, seas 1.5 to 2 meters rising to 3 to 4 meters along the warning areas. And waters of West New Britain, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters rising to 2.5 to 3 meters along warning areas. And that's the news tonight. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.